Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's going to be another kind of help me out kind of discussion today, if you don't mind sticking around. So last time, the last video that we made, we settled on the Fluid Axis, this microphone right here, as my favorite microphone out the bunch of microphones that we was testing, right? If you haven't watched that video, please go back, watch it, give me your opinion, and then come back to this video because I need your opinion. Again, you are the audio expert, so assist me, help me out as we do this step by step. This is the microphone that has been widely chosen in the comments as the best sounding one throughout overall. I think this one and the other SE microphone, but the SE microphone was picking up a little bit too much of the background environment. So it was getting the acoustics of the room a little bit more than what this one was, right? I do want to test this against my overall favorite microphone, but we'll do that in a different video. Today, I want to talk about my vocal chain, if you want to call it that. I've put together the cheapest, bog standard, thrown together bits and pieces that I had laying around the house to try and create myself a vocal chain that kind of sounds a little bit nicer than what it does naturally. But I need your opinion on it to see if I'm doing everything in the right order, for one. And second of all, the compression. Have I gone too far with the compression? I don't know. I suppose it's to taste and it's to the song that you're doing it on. But I want to hear you guys' feedback on when you do hear the effects in the chain, to whether I've got it in the right order. Just your opinions in general, how you think it would sound and where you think this sound would work in what kind of song. And then the next video after this, I think we'll start to play about with maybe putting it on some music. All right. So little baby steps at a time. Right now, you're hearing me through this Rode Micro, or the Rode Mini microphone, wireless one. I'm going to switch over to the Fluid Axis in a second, but if you just give me a moment, I'm going to bring round my my homemade studio rack, which should just pull. I'm going to keep this chair there because we're using a manual lens. I don't want to go out of focus, but if you can bear with me 1 minute. I know these videos are really ghetto, right? And they're really not really thought through. I don't want to make really polished videos for this channel. I just want to kind of just make really honest ones. I'm just going to grab the main microphone. All right then, so what you're seeing in front of you now is Fluid Axis audio, Fluid Axis microphone, and then I've got my kind of makeshift thing. I'm going to try and rearrange the camera angle here, so hopefully we can see all of it in one go, and then I'll show you in detail what dodgy stuff I'm doing to get the signal. And if you bear with me 1 moment, I'm going to switch over to this microphone here. Okay, so now we should be switched over to the Fluid Axis microphone. I'm seeing my bars go up on the screen over there, so we are connected, I believe. I apologize if this video looks weird, but either way. Right, so what I've got in front of me here, which you can see, is my little cut together unit. This is kind of how the microphone system is going through. Let me just show you a little diagram that I did here. All right, so this is the raw kind of sound of the microphone. Let's start from scratch. The mic is going through the Fluid Axis condenser microphone. I'll be trying to be slow because my ADHD is all over the place. Then it goes into the TC Helicon Harmony M. If you haven't seen one of those already, maybe do some Googling for me just to see if it's, I mean, it might be the best option I have right now. I don't know. From there, it's going through its phantom power inside that unit. But the reason why I went for this is because previously when I've made music in my home bedroom studio, I've loved this unit because I can connect a MIDI keyboard to it. I can get some harmonies in there. I also like that tone button. That tone button really adds like a nice kind of a compression and a little bit of EQ naturally, which just does a lot of work for me personally. And then I have my effects right here in this box here, so I can control things. So let's just switch the tone on so you can hear the difference between the microphone raw and then a microphone with the tone. So this is me speaking normally, and then I'll pop the tone on so you can just hear there's a slight difference in the sound there. So if you didn't pick it up, I'm going to do it again. So this is the this is the B, the processed with the tone on. This is me switching it off. So this is with the tone off right now. And then I'm just going to switch the tone back on right now so you can hear that, right? And then from here, I can start to add some effects. So I can switch on my effects. I've got whole reverb here. And if I was to turn that up, you'll hear the whole reverb. I can then flick through to a room sound, an echo, I've got the slap sound, I've got a combination, and then I've got like, I think it's all the effects in one go there. And then I can simply switch that back off. And then if I wanted to, if I was playing a keyboard and I was going through MIDI into this unit, I can then start to have some harmonies as well. If I was to turn that up, you start to hear my voice goes really wild, I guess. Yeah, really, really wild sounds. I can kind of bring those down. And I can have a really, really odd sound here. Let's just switch that right back off though. But you get the idea. I have control over some effects if I wanted to do that. I don't see the point in that personally, recording it in that way. But there might be a way sometimes, you know, when you just want to hear yourself back with some effects, but you don't want to switch the PC on or anything. You just want to kind of go live. This is kind of the best way for me to do that. So I've got my tone on at the moment using the Harmony M there. Then from this point, I'm going out of that into a channel on my Eurorack UB802. This is a Behringer or Behringer Eurorack, like a live mixer kind of thing. This is what I used to use as kind of my audio interface for absolute years. And it's got rusty. It's got all sorts of kind of, what do you call it? Electrical crustacean. What is the word for it, isn't there? We're going into the Telecon, the Harmony M. Let's call it the Harmony M. We're going into the Harmony M for the microphone. Then the microphone's going up into channel 1 section of the Composer Pro XL, from another one from Behringer. And what that's doing there, that's just having a really slight bit of audio, like gate, to take out some of the background sound. And I believe that's where I'll pop my de-esser in there, I guess. And then from there, then it's going down into the Eurorack into a channel. And then it allows me to then, because obviously I've got EQs there if I wanted to EQ, I'm not doing any of that. And then I can feed it back from that channel there into, from that specific Eurorack into the second channel here on my Composer Pro XL, which is where now I'm using the compression for the vocals. And then from that point, it's going out. This sounds really complicated, doesn't it? Or really simple to you guys, complicated to me. It's going from that point there into my Volt 1, which is my audio interface. And then I have a choice on the Volt 1 whether I want to engage that vintage button to get that vintage kind of sound. So let me just reroute that or replan that through again. I have done a little diagram here for you guys to kind of have a see. So I'm going microphone into the Harmony M. I'm going to Harmony M into the Pro XL channel 1, where I'm going to use the gate and the de-esser. From there, I'm going into the Eurorack, where I can do a bit of EQ if I need to. Then from there, I'm going back up into the second channel of the Composer Pro XL. And then from there, I'm going into the Volt 1, where I can add some more kind of vintage sounds if I wanted to. That's my weird, messed up vocal chain. You're not hearing it completely right now, though. So I'm going to switch on the Composer through Behringer. I've got that sent into the effects, by the way, onto the Eurorack, so that's turned around. So when I switch that on now we should be able to hear the engaged sounds. So this is switched on. Before, I think it's just passing through, and now it's switched on, so you should be able to hear the compression within inside the vocals now. I don't know how great that sounds to you guys, but I'm going to give you the stats or the specs or the dials that I've been using to get this compression. Now, I'm not a compression expert. I'm okay at making music, but when it comes to vocals, as in like the whole vocal chain, the whole treatment of vocals, I've never been great at doing that. I've been okay at just making or putting together or sequencing music. But when it comes to the editing after the fact, I've never been that strong in that field. So when it comes to the compression, I've probably got this completely wrong, but it just sounded good to my ear, the amount of compression. It is a little bit heavy on the compression, I think. But I think when I started to put that with some chords that I was playing and some music that I was producing, it sounded nice how it was, right? So let me know what you think. I will list on the screen every single stats that I'm doing there. To kind of get this end result. Maybe you might say, you know what, your voice would sound better if you just eased off on a ratio, or if you did a little bit of this on the threshold, you'll notice that. But please do, once again, leave it in the comments and please let me know how this sounds. So what I'm going to do again right now is I'm going to switch off the whole chain and I'm going to switch it back on again so you can hear how it sounds going directly into the vault, and then you're going to hear how it sounds processed going into the vault. So I'm going to switch off my tone, and I'm going to switch off the composer unit there. So now this is my microphone just going into the vault unit, just bypassing all the effects and everything like that. Make sure everything's turned down. Yeah, that's me going directly into the vault essentially, but obviously just going through the channel. So I don't know if there's any kind of invisible preamps or whatever inside the Euro rack there. But now I'm going to switch the tone back on, and I'm going to switch the compression back on. 1, 2, 3. Now those are both switched back on again, and now you can hear my voice with the chain going through it. I really need your opinions here. I need your help here. I need your assistance, because this will now get me onto the next stage, which is putting these vocals onto some music. And then after that, we can just start making some music and doing some vocals and not worry about this stuff as much as I kind of learn it again, you know. At least when it gets to kind of the making music part, that's my creative enjoyment. I am not a musician. I don't play any specific instruments. I like to see it as I enjoy making music and I'm a problem solver. So if I want to make a song, I don't necessarily know how to make it. I just solve the problem to get there in the end. That's the way I see it anyway. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, obviously hit the like. Please do leave a comment below. Don't feel shy. Throw your opinions out there. Just say, Charlie, your whole setup is janky. Avoid it. Buy this. And I will save up and buy it. But right now, I'm broke as heck. This is all I got. So this is what I'm working with. So if you guys can tune this to make it sound even better than what I think it sounds like right now, then please do assist me in any which way possible. I hope this audio recording came out okay. If it did, it will make the channel today. But if it didn't, then I need to go out to the drawing board and figure out how to do it. All right. Thank you for sitting down and spending some time with me, and I will catch you in the next video. I'd love to do my hand on the screen, but I can't reach you from here. Peace. And thank you for everyone that commented in the last video. Really did help me out. It made me have a solid, like, kind of confident decision on going with the Fluid. We're going to do one more side-by-side test with another SE microphone that I really like, the 2300, to just see what we decide on for my particular voice. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you guys. Peace.